Hi everyone, and welcome to another one of my home renovation videos. If you've watched my videos before, then you'll already know that me and my husband are renovating a 3-bedroom semi-detached house which we're now living in. And if you haven't watched my videos before, then you might want to check out this video here, which is just a 5-minute video about everything we've done so far. Anyway, so if you have been watching my videos and you saw my last video, you'll already know that we've started on the garden renovations, and we do have a big update to show you here, which I can't wait to get into. But I do need to speak about the roofing first. So in my last video, I didn't get a chance to tell you what we need done to our roof and where we are at the moment with it. So when we bought the house, we had a survey done. I think it was a home buyer's report. I know there's different tiers, so I think it was the home buyer's report. But yeah, basically in that survey, the surveyor recommended that we get our ridge tiles repointed on the roof, which I'll put in a picture here with some arrows and to show you which ones I mean, and also the edge tiles along the side as well. We also have a flat roof, which is above the utility room and downstairs shower room. So the survey said that the felt on top of this is quite old and torn, so they also recommended that we get this stripped and refelted. So it's important to get these things maintained, because if you don't, then water can get inside the house and inside the structure of the house, which is a whole other problem and nightmare to deal with, probably costs loads of money to fix. So yeah, it's important to get these things done. So I know I was going to talk about the pricing as well. I did a video, I think it was last year, about prices of plasterers, and I think that helped you guys knowing how much plastering might cost for certain bits. So I thought I'd go through how much roofers and their quotes were. So we got around roofer one. Roofer one I found on Checker Trade, or one of those sort of websites. He looked at the roof and quoted 3,800, and that was not including the flat roof as well. So cue our panic, which we thought this was going to be a bigger job than we were expecting. So we got around two more roofers just in case to quote as well. Roofer 2 came round and he quoted 1,900 for the lot. So, you know, including the flat roof. So roofer 1 was immediately cut off, like, you know, definitely out there to rip us off. Then roofer 3 came round and he quoted 2,300. So gives you a bit of an idea of the pricing. And I think roofer 3 might have been a bit more expensive, just because I'd asked him if he could also do the brick repointing on the walls as well that needs doing. So we ended up going with roofer 3, and he has been round a couple of times doing a couple of prep work. He has actually started to repoint some of the edge and ridge tiles too, which I'll show some clips in here so you can see, you know, the difference it's made. I think he actually got new ridge tiles from the top, because the old ones just, yeah, weren't that great. So he got some new ones in for us. And it's been raining and ever since, which means that he can't come around and do it. But it's just quite frustrating, because, you know, when you decide to go with a job and a tradesman and you just want it done as quickly as possible, especially what I meant earlier when I was talking about water getting inside the house. Like, it's been raining a lot lately, and although I don't think it's urgent in that respect and everything's watertight while we're waiting for him, it's just, you know, I want the job done. But I get the impression maybe that he's trying to fit my job around a lot of different jobs, which I know a lot of tradesmen do, and the weather hasn't been great as well. So yeah, I think that might be a part of it. Also, he has let us off a couple of £100 because he's been making us wait for so long. So who knows, maybe he'll knock off a couple more hundred. So anyway, that's where we are with our roof and what we need done to it. Hopefully I can give you some updates in the next couple of weeks once it's finally been done. So getting back to the garden renovations, I will show you a clip just before everything had been finished. I actually filmed this at the end of my last video, so I'm just going to go back in the past to talk about what's going to be done before showing you what has been done, if that makes sense. I don't know. Here we go. Right, hello everyone. I haven't updated you for a few days now. I can't remember the last time I spoke to you. I know I said that the roofer was going to come around and I was going to update you on that, but he has been round. But there's something more pressing actually to update you on, because what I haven't spoken to you about yet is that we're going to get our garden sort of, it's not landscaped really, re-landscaped. We're just changing some things around in the garden, and that work has actually started happening this week. So what I'll do is I know that I got a clip of the garden before we all started painting and that kind of thing. So I'm just going to drop in what the plans are here. Right, as you can see, this is before we started to paint the fences, and it's a bit of a shaky clip, so bear with me. And I'm just going to pause it right here, because this path leading up to the patio, we've actually got two paths, but just to let you know about this path first, we're going to get it up and move the tiles over to the other path. So let's rewind. Here's the other path, which is just concrete, and I don't like it. I think it's ugly, which is why we're getting up the tiles from the other path and placing them on top of this path, which means that the path before will just extend the lawn. Now, if you look towards the garage door as well, you'll see that the patio doesn't actually line up to it, and you'll see the pile of tiles there, which we've just put in there as like a makeshift step. So this is annoying for my OCD and everyone else's who might be watching. And, you know, when we're trying to get things out of the garage, it's really quite annoying because, you know, with barbecues and whatever, which we wheel out of there, you kind of have to lift them up, and yeah, it's just a bit of a pain. So what we'll be doing is building a step here as well to make it all aligned. Now, before I take you back to the other side, can you see this little concrete square here? I don't know why this is here. It might have been left over from years ago, maybe when there was a washing line or something here. This is also going to be brought up and replaced by lawn. Okay, going back now, and I hope you're not getting too dizzy. So once we bring up this path, the lawn will extend, as I said, right up until the fence. So there's going to be like a nice big area of lawn without this path and that little random concrete square. Then, along the front of the patio, we'll be laying some garden sleepers to finish it off and creating a flower bed, which I think I'll explain. So yeah, back to previous Emma to explain a bit more and show you the work that's been done so far. So now that I've explained a bit what our plans are going to be, I thought I'd just update you on where we are with those at the moment, because work has already started. It's actually started quicker than I was expecting. I thought it wouldn't be for a few weeks yet, maybe next month. But yeah, my uncle who can help me with this kind of thing, he was available this week, and it just started happening this week, and I didn't get any before shots in. So hopefully this all ties together nicely. But yeah, let me show you what's been done already. So this path has all been taken up, thank God. I was a bit worried that the tiles might have been concreted on the path, but my uncle has managed to get them up without breaking them, so that's great. You can see this path as well has actually been taken up. That wasn't originally the plan, but my uncle said that it was quite uneven, not very level. It kind of sloped down in different bits of it, so he's decided to take it all up and then he can level it off nicely for me. I think I'll show you when I go downstairs, because yeah, there's a bit of dip in this corner just down here, which might explain it a bit better. So yeah, those tiles are going on there. We're covering this up with topsoil, and then the lawn's going to go over here. I don't know if you managed to see in that video just before that we had a random concrete block here, probably where a washing line it was or something like that. So that's been taken out. I really hated that, really annoying. So glad that that's been taken up. I don't know if you can see as well, this bit of the patio goes right in the middle of the door, which is really annoying and doesn't make sense at all. So when we're getting stuff out, like the barbecue or whatever, we have to literally lift it up. So we're having a bit of a step here so that we can step onto the patio, which will be nice. You might have seen these sleepers laying around in various clips. So these sleepers are going to go from this fence all the way across straight to the step, and then this bit here will be a gap, so we're going to put some topsoil in it, and it's going to be a mini flower bed. So my uncle and one of my cousins actually, who helps out my uncle, he's round today and he's going to make a start on the step. So yeah, I'll show you some updates. Hi everyone, it's been about a week or so, maybe a couple of weeks since I last spoke to you in the other clips, and excuse me if my voice is a bit weird, I'm nursing a cold at the moment. I might sneeze in a second as well. So all the garden work has been done now, so I thought I'd just sit down and chat with you about how it all is looking out there, and you know, the changes that have been made, which I've already spoken about a little bit, so I will try not to be rambling on too long. But yeah, I'm really happy with it. I think it's completely transformed the garden. I'll put some before clips in here, which you'll be able to see, like the fences hadn't been painted yet, and the dark green and black. It just made it feel so depressing out there, and I just thought it looked a bit of a mess. So the fences, first of all, has really transformed it, and I still need to paint a few more fences yet, but I think with the weather how it is at the moment, I'm gonna have to wait until springtime next year to finish that off. But then the work my uncle kindly helped me with has really just made it so much better, I think. I didn't think we needed two paths going up to the patio. As I've said before in previous clips, like I like quite a big space of lawn, like which is all even as well. So I'm glad I've got that path up and that other little concrete bit to have like a nice big lawn space. I'm also really pleased that my uncle decided to take up that path on the right hand side, which was all uneven and not very level, because in these clips, hopefully I'm showing you those now, you can see just how better it is, how leveled it is. Yeah, I can really tell the difference when I go out there now. And we have the step, of course, which won't make getting the barbecue out the garage, a pain when we're doing it next summer. So that makes it line up all very nicely. And I also think the sleepers along the front of the patio are a really nice finish off to the patio as well. Much nicer than just the brick, which was there before. But maybe my favourite bit is that now we've got a tiny little flower bed there. I know it's quite small, but it'd be manageable for me, and I just, I got too excited and I bought some winter pansies just to get something planted out there for the winter. So some of these have started to bloom now and they're looking really pretty. I'm really excited for next spring, getting some other bits in there, definitely more bits. I want more colour in the garden. So I will definitely film that when it comes to the time next spring, I'm thinking. Oh, just an update out the front as well. So my dad got up that concrete bit, which you might have seen in the last video. We had some topsoil left from the work, which we did out the back. So we filled that with topsoil and we've planted a little tree in there now, which is called a palabin, I think. I've kept the little leaflet thing. Let me show you. So here you go. It will look like that next spring or summer, and we will get rid of that fake grass at one point as well. Again, it's probably a job for a few months time, maybe going into spring, and we will cover that with shingle or some type of stone. If you want to keep up to date with that, then don't forget to subscribe before you leave this video. That's where we are at the moment. Like I said, no updates on the roof, I'm afraid, but the roofer has promised me that he's going to be around this week, so hopefully he will. If you've enjoyed watching this video, then give me a thumbs up to let me know, and thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think of my garden too. I'm so happy with it. I just think it looks so much better out there. But yeah, thanks guys, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.